All right. I think we are almost time, huh? Okay, let's see. Hi, Jennifer Chu. Good evening. Yes, thank you so much. Good evening to you too. Today I'll be replacing Jinlong because he has a patch party to go. Doing it for his one of his leader here in Johor. So I have the opportunity to take this Zoom today and session with you. And I understood from Jin Long that Friday it's more of a busy time, and you guys have maybe perhaps more question. You can have your question written here, or later if you have something to say, I can invite you over and you can open your mic. You can turn on your mic and we can chat. So today's topic is quite interesting. It's about postpartum, and I cannot emphasize more about postpartum because I think this is something that women goes through, or you can say our mothers go through, but it's not talked about so much. It's not discussed so much. Women just find its way to deal with it, to go through with life, because those days, if it's our mother's time, they don't have such time for them to deal with postpartum kind of process. They don't have that time to process those kind of moments. But these days we are much more aware. Women are much more aware of our body. We take a little more care about ourselves, and we're aware what our mothers went through, and we look at them and took that as a role model to say, okay, I don't want to go through what she went through. I want to be better. So today it's all about that. But before that, a little bit of update. A participant has requested caption for this meeting English. Yeah, enable. Are you able to see caption? I'm not too sure. Yeah. If you're able to hear me, please type 111. Okay, okay, thank you. Thank you. Just an update, because of course we don't stay near the, you can't say that we are actually right now in the region of earthquake, as you know. Well, I still remember when we decided to move south. Well, one of the reason, of course, is because Jinlong's parent is here. Anyway, he's from Senai, so from Johor. So we just joke, One day he was just telling me, dear, what do you think if we just move to Johor? What do you think? And I said, well, move to Johor for good. It's like, yeah, to stay and be with my parents. I want to be closer to my parents. I said, yeah, that's a good place. And then I told him that it may be quite good also because they predicted, the geologists, they predicted that Kuala Lumpur will be a place of earthquake. So we just laugh about it, It's quite good that we went south. But mana tahu, Batu Pahat, Segamat, all these places are the one right now kena, right? The earthquake. So today it was a 7.4 magnitude at the southern of Philippines in Mindanao. If there is Philippine people here, Pinoy, if you're listening to me, stay safe. And more is coming. And as a Malaysian, we are so blessed to be able to stay in a country. I would say still very blessed because, of the geographical region, that we are not too much of a threat of the earthquake. But of course, another few hundred years later, we don't know, because the earth crust is keep on moving. So it's a great time to stay thankful, and I think there's so many things that we can be thankful for, and I always like to start my day with that. So yeah, let us all be thankful that we're able to have this body. We are able to have such a nice, how do you say, we have a roof over our head. We have food, clean water to eat. We have family with us, you know. We are able to walk, to be mobile, to express, to speak, and to feel. These are all qualities of how we can be, of what being a human is all about, right? So today I would like to start off by sharing my story about children and how you can use live wave patches. I'm looking younger. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, I think I really love live wave. I think every time when I'm going out, once in a while when I meet everybody, and the feedback that I got is you're looking younger and younger. And of course, me looking at the mirror, I don't know so much, but if I compare pictures of my past, absolutely. So I'm going to share with you how I looked like last time. Yeah, Jennifer Chu, stay tuned. Huh? Hi, heard from Jinlong that the patches can be reused. May I know if the reused patch is equally effective or the effectiveness will be reduced after the first use? Okay, this is a very good question. Can the patches be reused? Yes, it can. We recommend the reuse to be for, let's just say, pets. Yeah, for pets. If you have pets at home, they are perfect for it because their body is relatively small and they benefit from that. Okay. And the next person that, or you can say the next being you can let them use a reuse one is actually the plant, you know. So these are, things and living beings that you can use the use live wave patches. However, if you were to use on human being, of course you can, but it's not what we recommend. Why? Because the use one, the way Mr. David Smith has designed the patches is such that the peak performance is 12 hours. So right after 12 hours, it will slowly goes down. The stimulation is still there, but it will goes down. So if you use the second-hand patch, right? Suppose it should work 100%. Right now, it probably work 30% or so. This is just to give you an example. You get what I mean? So we don't recommend on using secondhand on yourself or anyone, but you can most definitely use it on pets or on your plants. Yeah. Okay. Let me share my screen right now with you. I'm sure you're quite curious how I look like before, because most of you look at me right now. You're seeing me at this, but most of you don't know how I look like before, or should I say, you have no idea how Jinlong saw me the first time. I think that's more accurate, right? So if you have question late, I will answer you later, yeah? Keep typing on the chat and I will answer later one by one. I will start with my what I wanted to share with you. Okay, this is my little boy. We'll talk about him later. His name is Bhavesha. So I'll talk about Bhavesha later. So the one on the left, can you recognize? You won't believe it. Yes, that's me. That's me in 2018. Yeah, that's me in 2018. You won't believe how I have turned back time. If I look at this picture right now, I would think that probably this is how I look like. I should look like if I age, you know. But it's really a amazing thing what I've discovered with LifeWave, and I never thought in my wildest dream that I'll look younger than before. Yeah, this was 2018, and I'll tell you why I'm that way. I was a vegetarian for I think about 8 years or so. 8 years or so. You can say pescatarian. Yeah, not fully strict vegetarian, but I take fish. But what happened at one point of time, I decided to go vegan and experience what veganism is all about, right? So I jumped into the bandwagon of veganism, right? And I realized I become more and more weak. This is what I realized. So I became vegan about 1 year plus. And I saw that my energy level drops. And then during COVID time, that's where I realized, okay, you know what, I can't take it anymore. I have to go back to get some protein, some B12. So I started to take eggs, go back to being a pescatarian, taking fish. But then I changed my diet once again, and I went into raw food diet. So you heard about raw food diet, people like juicing all the time. Breakfast is a glass of juice, green juice. Some days are green, some days are red juice, and so forth. So that was my diet for about, so COVID time, during the PKP, the lockdown, because we cannot go anywhere. So I have a juice, I have a cold press juicer, and I just juice my way every day, And that's where I started to gain so much of weight without knowing. And I worked so hard. I did all my workout, I did all my yogas, my meditation and so on. But I just couldn't lose weight. I tried very hard. Even skip carbohydrate. Yeah. Anyway, I've been skipping carbohydrate for a long time now. By that time, it's probably about that time, like 8, 9, 10 years of not eating so much of carbohydrate, especially rice, not eating rice at all. My rice is like 2 to 3 scoop of rice. That's it. 2 to 3 scoop, as in, those tablespoon, 2 to 3 scoop of that. So I've become water retention. So a lot of water retention, fats just gathering at my midline. Very difficult to lose that fats around the stomach region. And I thought, okay lah, maybe it's in my 30s. So I said, yeah, maybe it's a women thing. Maybe it's the hormone. So I blame it on the hormone. I blame it on, getting older and stuff like that. But without me realizing, it is actually one of the culprit is because I completely misunderstand what nutrition should look like. So I thought nutrition means you must have your vitamins lah, you must have your all the greens lah, you're supposed to flush out your cancer cell, this kind of thing, detox. So that's what I did. Then I realized, alamak, too cooling. So what I've done, according to Jinlong, so when Jinlong saw me, I'm in between lah, like this, the person on the left side. And he said to me, Pushpaja, I think you're eating too cooling food. That's too much of fruits that you're taking. Wow, look at you. You can eat 1 kilo of mangosteen and then another pack of another pack of strawberries and then blueberries. That's too much. He told me. I said, oh, really? And up in my mind, I thought, hey, that's way healthy, And then he told me, no, Pushpaja, you are killing the fire in your stomach. And then later on, I learned that it's your pi-wei, your spleen. So in TCM is your spleen. So you're killing the fire in your spleen. And therefore, you start to gather a lot of shi qi, means a lot of dampness inside your body. So when there's a lot of dampness, qi cannot move. Oh, I say, all right. Oh, that's interesting. Then I asked him, so what do you suggest? He said, why don't you try this? For 1 year, no fruits at all. So no fruits, it means 0 fruits, and start eating your rice again. Rice? I said, but that's my problem. I couldn't digest rice. No, you trust me. That's Jinlong, huh? No, you trust me. After you stop your fruits, you'll be fine again. Your digestion will be fine. You trust me. So this is what Jinlong told me. And I said, oh my God, I've been eating this way for donkey years. Now I have to switch to no fruits. How can? Because my diet is made of fruits, mainly fruits and a lot of salads, Then I say, okay, fine, let me try. Since I've been trying 7, 8 years and, and more, okay, I said, okay, let's try something new, you never know. If you don't try, you never know. There might be something there for you. And I tried. And this is the result. You look at me today. Ever since then, I started taking rice, and the amount of rice just it's quite scary. If you look at the way I eat my rice, you'll be quite shocked. I eat my rice as though I'm in my teens, like I'm in my teens, like I'm growing up like that. And surprisingly, today means I have my 2-year-old son. I hardly do any kind of yoga these days. Hardly. No, not going to the gym at all. My gym is my son, you know, carrying him ups and down. But surprisingly, my muscle mass still retain. That's the good part. My thigh muscle, my glutes are still there, and it's still very, I would say, it's still strong. Because one of the things that I'm afraid most after I gave birth is the loss of muscle for women. And I know that way too well. You know, you lose your glutes, you use your buttock muscles, which are the one that gives your bodies a lot of strength, you know. And as old age comes, what are the muscles that got eaten up? Your glutes and your buttock, correct? We all know that, right? So I was so concerned that I would lose so much of buttock muscle and all that. But surprisingly, I get to maintain them. I didn't lose so much. I get to maintain, and I have to thank the patches, because in my diet everything is the same. Compared to last time, which I have so much of activity physically, and now, of course, different. Because those days I carry weight, yeah. Now I carry my son. My son is about 12, 13 kilo at the moment, you know. But carrying weight, you know, it's not all the time. But I get to maintain. Yet I get to maintain my muscle mass. So this is really great, and I have to thank the patches for all the good work. X39, 49. If you ask me, oh, Pushpaja, what kind of patches do you use on a daily basis? I do CRP every day, even now. So you may think I'm a little crazy, but I think not. I think that's contribute to why I look younger. It's because I do CRP. And I'm very grateful I have this opportunity to be able to do CRP every day. Okay, this is my son.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, hello. Patricia? Okay. This is my son, Bhavisha. He's turning 2 next month. So I use lightweight patches on my baby on various stage. If you have seen my video before, I even use my lightweight patch even while I was pregnant. Yeah, if you know that. I'm going to talk about Bhavisha. Yeah. So during pregnancy, I have some complication. In fact, I have, let me see, I have a few episodes. So let me share with the first one, which was the fetus was actually drifting away from the wall. And if it's continued to drift, I may have a miscarriage. Yeah. So at that time, when I went for the ultrasound, the doctor was telling me about this. So I asked her, so what's the reason that, you know, the fetus is moving far away from the wall? Then she said, it's your uterus is it's irritated. So I don't understand what it means by uterus irritated. So what it means by irritate, it's like your muscle is uncomfortable. It's like spasm. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because I always feel only the right side is spasm, you know. Oh, so it's muscle. Then immediately I understood, okay, muscle spasm. So I want to ask you now, what do you think came to my mind at that point of time? I want to know. I want to see if you can answer. What patches you think came to my mind at that time? See if you can answer me. Aeon, Carnosine, X49, okay. Very good, huh? It's really Carnosine. Yes, it's Carnosine. So I didn't use 49, even though that is supercharged Carnosine, but immediately, yes, I use Carnosine, because anything that has to do with muscle spasm, you use carnosine. So I patched carnosine immediately on the right side. And that night, the spasm gone. Yeah, it never happened anymore. And a month later, I went back for the ultrasound scan and everything was back to normal. But the doctor at that time, I asked her, what can be done? Because I'm first time mom, yeah, quite curious also. Even though when I knew that this, you know, the fetus is was moving far away and it can have miscarriage, that's the possibility. But I didn't have that fear. Somehow I just know everything will be fine. Somehow I just knew it, you know. I think this is motherly instinct. You just know it, you know. So I wasn't worried at all. I told Jinlong, I remember that evening when I came back and Jinlong was look at me. I said, hey, darling, don't worry, everything will be fine. I just use carnosine and I'll be fine. I told him that way. And yes, so coming back to asking the doctor. So she said, well, it's actually not a disease. It's just a symptom. It's not an illness. It's not a disease. So there's nothing can be done actually. But if you're concerned, what you can do is you can take the hormonal pill to relax the uterus. You know, the hormonal pill will relax the uterus. So what do you think? What do you think I would choose between a hormonal pill and a patch? Which one is safer? No brainer, correct?
Patch.
Definitely is the patch. Huh? So yes, I go with the patch. No hormonal pill. Thank you very much. No artificial hormone pill in my body, not in my body, not to my baby. Sorry, thank you very much. But imagine how many mothers would have took that. Yes, simply because number one, I was also at an age where I was 35 when I correct. Yeah, I was 35 when I pregnant Babisha. So 高龄妇产 what's that word? You are on the an age that is a little critical for giving birth. Yeah, there's a high, what do you call that? High risk pregnancy. Yeah, that's the word, high risk pregnancy. So if a mother is, you know, at that situation, do you think they would resort to taking the hormonal pill if they didn't know any other option? I think very likely. Yes, very likely.
Yes.
So that's why I say such a blessing we are that we get to know about LifeWave. And when you know LifeWave, you must share the good news, you know. That's why I always tell people, when you know something good, just share the words. Whether people want to, you know, want to know or not, or maybe want to buy or not, that's okay. That's secondary. But what is important is you share, because you never know. You may be the angel for someone else, you know, just like someone else was your angel, you know, someone else helped you. That person tell you about LifeWave, and then it saved you from going through surgery, or maybe taking some heavy medication unnecessarily. So you never know that you might be the one that God is using to reach out to people, you see. So that was the first complication. Then second complication happens between my second to third trimester, and that was when I had hemorrhoid. Anyone had hemorrhoid, mothers? Anyone had hemorrhoid during pregnancy? If yes, you type 222. Because why I asked this, I asked a few of my friends. All my friends semua all elder than me. In my yoga teaching, all my students elder than me. That means to say they have gave birth, their children has gone to university. If not university, at least it's already in high school or uni, you know. Working, got married, already got grandson. So so I get to ask, you know, those otai lah, we call it, right? I ask them and they say, no, I don't have hemorrhoid. I don't have. Okay, it seems like I'm the only one. Then I asked my OB-GYN, is it common? Yeah, quite common. Then I asked why. Well, I guess your body. So she said, I guess your body is a little petite, and the pressure is great. So that's why, you know, at your anus, the pressure goes up. And I start to have that. So it was very uncomfortable. I never had that in my life ever. In Chinese, we say 屁股开花. Seriously, 屁股开花. and sit tak boleh, stand up tak boleh, you know, it's so uncomfortable. Then guess what I use to bring down this inflammation, because it is an inflammation. What patches do you think I use? Pandai. Yes, I use Eon. That's correct. So, yep. Hang on. Yes, I also use Eon. So where do I use my Eon? I have to be so creative because it's at the anus. I have to position, okay, the patch at the outside of my underwear. Okay, patch it just outside the underwear where the hemorrhoid is. And really, within 1 day, I can really see. That means I patch tonight, the next morning. The next morning punya afternoon, I felt it. Wow, the inflammation is lesser. It's not totally gone. Cannot be totally gone because, you know, the cause is because I'm carrying the weight of the baby in my body. So that cause, it cannot be totally gone, but the inflammation goes down. So it was manageable until I gave birth. And since the piku kai hua, you know, the anus is sudah macam, you know, already like that. Especially when you gave birth, some more you push kan, so sudah buka, then slowly it took some time to heal. But I must say, when I went back after a month later, because my doctor said you come back and let me have a check, the suture and all that, everything was fine. And my doctor even commented, "Oh, your suture heals very well." I said, "Really?" He said, "Is it common?" I say, "Well, some people do struggle with healing, but yours heal very well." So I was very glad, you know, I was very glad to hear that. So that was my second challenge, you know, before, so prenatal and postpartum. Then come postpartum later, I start to have mother's hand. You know about this term, mother's hand? I'm not too sure if it happens to every woman for the first pregnancy, or it happens every time during the pregnancy. I'm not too sure because this is my first baby. I'm going to find out soon. But it happened to me and it was so painful, so painful. I couldn't really carry my baby, even though my baby was so much lighter at that time. For me, it's like, oh dear, it's excruciating pain. And I use ice wave and Eon around this region. Yeah, I patch here, I patch here. Wah, patch lah. Ada apa patch saja. And then I felt the pain reduce. But with this mother's hand, I think there's something to do with pregnancy. I'm not too sure why. Some kind of change happened in the ecosystem of the body that the mother will go through. And when I remember, I also went to the Singse, and the Singse say, "Oh yeah, you just gave birth." Say yes, yeah, very common. So he said very common. Of course, I didn't. He was so busy, I couldn't ask too many questions. But according to him, it's very common. So yes, I use ice wave, Aeon patch, and sometimes even X39 on that spot, and to get away that. But it took some time. It really took some time. Mother's hand. Oh dear, that took some time. If I remember properly, it is about 3 months or more. 3 months or more. But after that, you really heal. You really heal. Everything goes back okay again. This is postpartum. Postpartum. Then another postpartum challenge that I had was incontinence. This is the one that I really want to talk about, incontinence. Yeah, so many women had that, and a lot of people went a little silent. They don't talk about it. They deal with it. And I knew far too many women had incontinence, but they are paiseh to talk about it. So they keep it quiet. But you know what? It is a sign that your body is not in the right it's not in the right alignment in terms of your mechanical wise, your spine as well as your core, your uterus, it's misaligned, so it has to be, you know, bring back to its original. And I must say, Patches alone, patches helps, but it itself alone is not enough. So I suggest people to go for, to find a very competent osteopathy who specialize in this, postpartum women. I cannot emphasize more how important this is because it will affect your health in your later on life. The way you walk later, the way you carry your spine, it all affects. So, you know, our mothers, I would say, some of the generation in the past, they have this and some not. Like my mother, she doesn't have, even though she gave birth to 5 of us, she doesn't have that. And when I looked at her life, it's because from young, she has been carrying, you know, like she's been very active. So her body is very strong. Even up to today, she's, you know, she's very strong. But people who doesn't really use their body so much, you know, my mom is like very hands-on. She can do a lot of hard labor, but not many women are like that. So those people who sits a lot tend to have this kind of issue. And if you do have a competent osteopathy, is very important. In the Malay culture, they always have the massage. Those massage for some of the very competent master sifu, bidan, they know how to bring the uterus back to its original place. So there are such massage like that. But of course, one session is not enough. You need a few sessions to do that. And of course, you yourself have to do some exercises, you know, also. So if you meet a very competent osteopathy or a proper, a very competent physio who knows about women anatomy, can guide you, there are some exercises you can do. Most of the exercise involve only breathing. Breathing to your core, breathing to your dantian, and enhance this groin region. So bringing your chi down to your groin. So there's a technique like that. So yes, do find people like this. They are great help. And in terms of patches, how you can use these patches if you have incontinence, yes, you can most definitely use X39 Eon. These two are fantastic for that. If it's a mechanical issue, mechanical means spinal, how do you say, misalignment, then say once you aligned, once you find a good osteopathy or a very good theta, once you align, you can use X39 Eon to reset and reprogram your central nervous system. This is very important. Each time when you go for an adjustment, physical adjustment, it's a reprogramming. Please understand that. A lot of people don't understand. They thought it's just crack, crack, crack. Oh, no. Also, you don't simply go and give people crack, crack, crack. The more sound, the better. No, it's not necessary. You need to find a competent one, a competent person. If it's a not competent person, it can done more damage than good. All right. So every time you adjust, it's a reprogramming in your system, and you need to allow the reprogramming to run for some time. So some people, they'll say, oh, I go my chiro every month times. Ooh, no. Every month 2-3 times, I think you're asking for trouble. It's not supposed to be like that. It's the proper way. The first 3 or 4 sessions may be very important depending on your situation. The first 3 to 4 sessions, very important. But after that, it should be a long gap. So I would say once every 6 months, once for maintenance, after you did the 3 to 4 sessions, every year twice. So that means 6 months once you go for adjustment. That's quite good. If you are about 40 years and above, I think this is quite a good maintenance. Find a good osteopathy. Find a good theta person, theta master, right? And a visit of once or twice a year, it's good enough. It's good enough for maintenance. Why I talk so much about this, it's because we live on Earth where we have gravity. And most of the time, what is our common posture? Standing, right? You stand and you walk. So most of the time, the pressure goes down. It doesn't go up, right? We don't go upside down. So we walk standing straight up, vertical. So the pressure goes down. The magnetic pull, the earth magnetic pull is going down. So the compression, pinching of the nerve happens when there's too much compression, as we age. So a maintenance of once or twice a year, it's enough. Don't go more, because you go more, you're asking for trouble. There must be an integrity in your spine. You cannot be too loose in your joints, too loose in your muscular, in your skeletal system is never good. Your skeletal system must maintain a certain integrity. It should be firm. It should be like that, But your muscle must be soft. Your sinews must be soft. The fascia must be soft. So practices that allows your body to twist to the side, those practices are very good. Qigong, Tai Chi, Pilates, yoga, those are very good. When it comes to yoga, this is my expert topic. I do not recommend people go for hot yoga. So please avoid hot yoga for all the people here who maybe think that it's a good idea to add yoga and sauna together. No, it is not. Yeah, it is not. You want to go for sauna, you go for sauna. Don't add these two things together. Yeah, it causes such a big damage to the system. Yoga is supposed to bring your system to a homeostasis, meaning your body should come to the most centered, the most balanced state, inner and outer, energetically and internally, organ-wise, in your muscle, as well as in your fascia, and your energy alignment should be in balance. But it's your outer, if your outer state, which is your external environment, is 41 degree, because that's what hot yoga is all about. 41 degree, if you interpret it internally, it is fever. In a state of fever, your enzyme doesn't work. Many things doesn't work in your enzyme, in your digestive system. Everything is halt, stop. So imagine you putting yourself in a fever state and do something that's supposed to balance yourself. But right now, it's definitely not going to balance yourself. You're asking for trouble. So a lot of people who those days, there were one point of time, I think this must be about 15 years ago, there was this hot yoga, yeah, I don't want to say the name. It's this hot yoga by a chain, like some kind of a franchise like that from US. Those hot yoga, these people, right now they have a lot of trouble, a health issue in their body, because they don't know what damage have done. They think, oh yeah, good idea, sauna and yoga, wow, combined, sure, fit one. I sweat so much, go outside, sweat so much, and then drink cold water. You're asking for trouble. Yes, so don't ever do hot yoga. Okay, Pilates is great. Just find a good teacher. Yeah, a trained and well-trained teacher for Pilates. It is slow. Everything that builds, everything that involves movement, slow, but involve breath. So movement with breath, this kind of activity, it's very suitable for any age, I would say. It's not just for old age. It's not just for people who is above 40, 60, retiree people. No, not at all. Because this kind of activity, you are harnessing the life force in your body. When I say life force, I meant breath. We are human being. It's just this breath, right? Whatever you want to call it, right? But in the end of the day, you're alive or dead. It's just a breath away. Yes. So this breath is vital, and this breath is your only companion till the last of your day. It's not your children. I'm aware, because I have this lovely baby. I know, Bhavisha, one day Bhavisha will have his own life. He will meet someone, get married, have children, maybe forget about the mama and papa. That's okay. But the true companion, we always say in yoga, it's your breath. It's your breath, not even your husband, not even Jinlong. It's your breath. So this breath, it's very important that you cultivate to have a good relationship with this breath, to know your breath well enough that one day when the last moment comes, You know how to exit this physical body. This is very important. A lot of people, they prepare so much for the future. They earn so much money. They buy insurance, yeah, so much of savings here, FD, wow, investment, blah, 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 all the properties, fine. But they have not prepared the very last destination. Oh, I couldn't say last destination because it's just a graduation. There will be a different realm to go. But you know, the final destination on Earth, I would say, only on this planet. Most people did not pay attention, or you can say they did not invest their energy in this direction. This is the most significant. How you leave this body determines many things. You know, whether you leave peacefully, whether you live in anger, whether you live in fear. This is very common for most people, living in a state of fear, living with anxiety, living in a state of regrets, a lot of guilt. You have so many stories you have never said before you left, you know. Yes. So these are very important, you know. We should ask ourselves how we want to live this body. So yes, coming back to that. So developing this relationship with your breath is very important, because it is this breath that supports this life. And it is this breath that brings so many things, so many aliveness. Without this breath, we are nothing, correct? So developing this breath, having this relationship with your breath is so vital. And practices that involve you consciously breathing and movement along with your breath, those kind of things is where you want to get your body to. Yeah. And I really like what David Smith promotes, even though he's a Guaylo, yeah, but his way of thinking is so Eastern. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder, 在 Guaylo mo啊，夫妻同人咁樣嘅。Yeah, you know, the way he see things is so Eastern. And he always say that with the patches, because what the patches does for you is great, but it will be, you can enhance the capability of the patches by movement, by actively moving your body. So either you do some light exercise, some kind of a yoga, and he speaks so much about yoga and meditation. Yeah, even though he's a Guaylo and he's a Christian, he talks so much about meditation and doing yoga. So this is something, you know, for you to discover. All right, so back to little Bhavisha. So with him, when he was born, he had jaundice, so very common. And you know, those days when people have jaundice, is to bring the baby out in the morning sun, have the baby to get the morning sun. Just look at that, you know, so much of wisdom in our ancient time. That means they know something, even though there's no bombastic science, you know, scientists to tell them, but they just know, oh, jaundice, baby, you just bring out in the morning, let the baby get the morning sun, you know. So right now you have an incubation of some UV light, you know, that's phototherapy. There you go. It's the same. So what our patches, the technology for our patches is nothing new, you know. It's just reinvent itself, and it's serving a human for a different purpose right now. So I use glutathione for Bhavisha, and he gets well pretty fast from his jaundice. Then later on, at the mark of 6 months, is it correct? On the 6 months, I think so, 6 months plus, close to 7 months. Yeah, he had his first tooth. His teeth is coming out. So high fever, first time high fever, and my mother-in-law say, I think it's you know, it's the teeth is coming out. And true enough, next day it really come out. Wow, my mother-in-law, so chun. So so what I did when I knew that he's going to have when he had his teething, I put ice wave. And you know, our patches is very gluey, the adhesive is strong. So what I do is I took the patch, right? Say for example, okay, I take the patch out. Instead of patching immediately, right? Instead of that, I do a few times. I do like that so that I make it not so sticky because baby skin is so thin and so delicate. So I did that and then I patch. Next day, everything will fine. The fever comes down, and baby is okay again. Yeah, not fussy. Still have good mood. You can see from the baby, even though the body is still a little bit feverish, but very fast. You know, the second day it's okay. One thing about baby, you
Oh,
are
yeah, what
worried is that whether the baby have appetite or not. You know, their fever. If they are fever but they have appetite, no problem. If they have fever, no appetite, then you're a little worried. You know. So this is how I patch when baby have teething, and you can also see how I patch on Babesha's clothes. Yeah, I'm not too sure if you can see this one because it's white color also. So this is the patch. This Babesha here, it's probably around 5 months or so here. Then this one is a little bigger later. And this is how I patch on the clothes. Even today, up to today, the night patch, I always patch on the clothes, at the back of the clothes like this, at the back of the clothes. So I patch that way when he goes to sleep. Okay, let me see, because it's 9:16. Let me see if I can take some questions. Where do you patch for plants? Good question. Well, you can use one, okay? Used one. It's not necessary you take a brand new one. No. You take the used patch, the second-hand patch, right? And then you just put on top of the soil. That's it. Easy. Just put on top of the soil. It works. The plant is so smart. It knows how to utilize energy. Plants, animal, they know energy so well, far better, I would say, than human being, because they don't have this, they don't have this discerning mind. They understand the world through energy. If we patch X39 at 10 a.m. and leave X39 on, when we patch Aeon at 7 p.m. And leave the X39 still on. Okay, when we patch Aeon at 7, the reason is feeling very tired and want to go to sleep early with X39 still patching. Okay. This person who asked this question, if you patch X39 10 a.m. in the morning, all right, you should take it out. What time? Hello? What time you take it out?
10 p.m.
Yes, 10 p.m. So 12 hours. Then you take it out. You don't
I
go
know.
20 hours.
I know, but I want to sleep early because I'm tired. So I want to go to bed by 7 or 8.
Then take it out earlier. It's okay. No problem.
You cannot cross over.
You cannot cross over.
If I forget to take out and I just go and sleep with my Aeon on, so is that okay?
That means your X39 is on the whole time.
Yeah.
Cannot because sudah then until the next day, 24 hours already like that. So it's over already. So it's overstimulate. So if you accidentally, because it does happen, so it's okay. It does happen. It happens on me. So what happened if I do that? I will leave tomorrow one day. I will skip one day, X39, and read again the next day.
Okay. So if that means you overstimulate, you stop for one day.
Stop for one day. It's okay.
That's good. Yeah. Hey,
It's
thanks
okay.
a lot. Thanks a lot.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome. But of course, also if you are using for the first time, right? That means to say you just started. You have not completed the first 90 days.
Yeah.
This happened to you. Say don't worry. It's okay. It's just one day. Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot do this every time lah. You cannot do this every time. Yeah, because
Thank you.
sayang, sayang.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. What about when 1 to 2 months baby have it's colicky? That's what I use on Babesha. I use carnosine. Carnosine is really the best for colicky. Wow, you see how the baby would just let out the gas by themselves. Oh, so easy. So carnosine on the stomach region, just on the clothing itself. 1 to 2 months baby. Very good for them. Yeah, colicky, banyak apa tu? Banyak angin. Yeah, you just use carnosine. I interchange lah, carnosine ion, carnosine ion. I like that. I saw this too. It's really the best for babies. And then of course I love the ice wave when they are fever. Wow, immediately man, the fever would just go down. For anxiety disorder and insomnia issue, may I know what patches to use and how, where to patch? Okay, the answer is X39 ion. Yeah, X39 ion. X39 during the daytime, behind the neck. All right. Ion also at night, behind the neck or on the forehead. Okay, or on the forehead at night. Ion. Okay, you have these two areas that you can use this patch. X39 ion, it's good enough. Insomnia, anxiety. See, insomnia and anxiety is linked. When you do not have enough good sleep, okay, the next day your nervous system it's not rested, so they are fire up, they are overwork, so you have anxiety. So these two is always linked. Whenever I hear people have anxiety issue, I always ask them, how's your sleep? Almost 100% of the time they will tell you, my sleep is not good, quite poor. So that's why I say sleep is so important. So X39 ion, that will do. You mean bend a few times of the patch, it will soften out the material? Oh, no need to bend. No need to bend. What I mean is I will I do that so that it's not so sticky. You can of course do like this also. It's less sticky, so that then when I stick on my baby's cheek, the next day if I pull it out, it's not so sticky. That's all. That's all the reason. Not because I try to bend. There's nothing to bend here because it's so soft. Yeah. Okay. Where to patch ice wave for baby with fever? Ah, good question. Ice wave or EE, these two is okay. I patch on the occiput area. Are you familiar with the occiput? Did Jinlong talk about this? I think Jinlong talks about this so much. Yeah, occiput area, which is just behind your occipital is your skull at the very back. Okay, I'm just gonna turn myself. This is the occiput area, this region. Right. For babies, you can go a little lower, just here, just around the neck region. You can use that. Another spot for baby, that's ice wave, that's ice wave. Another spot for baby, for fever, it's this region. It's this region. So this is also in the 18 quick fix brochure. 18 quick fix brochure. I find that this is a very effective. Yeah. For babies, because if you patch it here, for my boys, he will take it up, right? So what we do is we can also patch EE, energy enhancer for fever, at lung 1 acupuncture point. Yeah, lung 1 acupuncture point. You can Google that. Lung 1, it's near the collarbone. So the brown patch on the left, the white patch on the right. Okay, very effective. Even for adults, super effective. You mentioned patching baby with colic or fever. What and where do you patch? Ah, Rebecca, yes. For colic, you can patch Aeon on the clothing itself. Can you see? Can you see this picture here? This cursor on Bavisha's blue shirt here? Like that, you can patch. Just like that. Yeah, very easy. And it works like wonders. It's so amazing. Yeah. Rather than last time, our mother's time, wow, they will have to massage lah, put oil lah, ruiyo, all the stomach massage, acupuncture point on the foot. Wow, press here, so that the angin will come out. But here, you know, with Panosin, so easy, so easy. All right. What patches is good for getting rid of eye bag and pigmentation? Yes, Alavida is great. Alavida is great. But I would like to share with you why. Because Alavida, what it does is that it decalcifies our pineal gland. So, and we know the pineal gland, it's called also the master gland. What it does is that this is the part where it produces melatonin. Okay. So when you sleep better, you know, when you have melatonin, you sleep deeper. And when you sleep deeper, all the rejuvenation happens, not just for your eyes, not just for your eye bags, but the rest of your organs as well. So yes, Alavida is great for eye bag. pigmentation can happen. But I saw also what helps with pigmentation is glutathione. Yeah, glutathione. So if you have completed your 90 days with X39 and Eon, later on you can add glutathione. This is really good for liver detox. And when your liver detoxes, most of the toxin, especially heavy metals and all of that, if you take supplements for many, many years, that means you are avid person who consume supplements, you will see a lot of toxin that your body accumulates, okay? And it can manifest as pigmentation. But for Asian skin, compared to Angmo skin, Asian skin punya melasma or pigmentation is a lot to do with hormonal. So those are a little tricky, yeah. But what I saw, very good result is with glutathione. So you can add that later after you complete X39 Eon. Okay, what else? Oh, yes. All right. Okay, so this is a little bit of sharing. We have 5 minutes. So I'm looking at your question as I go. And if I see any question, I will just stop and share. Stop and answer, sorry. Where to patch for liver detox? Glutathione can be added to your two fingers below the belly button. That's a good spot. Yeah, that's a good spot. So you can do that. 2 fingers below the belly button, Jennifer. Okay. This is a lady from Singapore, my client. She approached me because she wanted to know what patches can help his son. His son is on the other spectrum of autistic, non-verbal, okay? And he's very tall, 185 cm, and big, he's like a big bear. And sometimes when he throws tantrums, he can be quite violent because he's big and he's very strong. So one time accidentally pushed the mother and she fell down and broke his hip. He had a hairline fracture on his hip and supposed to go for surgery, already booked for the surgery like about 3 or 4 months later. But she came to me and asked, what is good for the son? Then when I came to know about her situation, she took as she described, the whole scenario about the son pushing him and he pushing her and she fell down. Then I said, so what do you do for yourself? Oh no, it's okay. And I said, wait, actually, you also very important, you should take care of yourself as well, because what do you call that?